Taylor stood in the studio, headphones covering her ears, listening to something completely different. It was synth pop. It was electronic beats. It was polished, urban, nothing like the country music she'd been making. And it felt exactly right. "What do you think?" her producer asked, watching her face carefully. Taylor's eyes were closed, her head nodding to the rhythm. When she opened them, they were bright with certainty. "I think this is what I've been hearing in my head. This is the sound I want." It was a risk, a massive one. But Taylor had learned to trust her instincts, which were screaming that this was the next chapter. Taylor called the album 1989, the year she was born. It felt symbolic, like a rebirth. The recording process was different from anything she'd done before. Instead of acoustic instruments, they built walls of synthesizers. Instead of storytelling verses, they crafted infectious hooks. Taylor threw herself into it completely, experimenting with her vocal delivery and collaborating with producers who challenged her. "This is going to change everything," she told her mum one night, playing her the nearly finished album. "Either people will love it, or they'll hate that I left country behind." Her mum listened carefully, then smiled. "But it's authentic to who you are right now. That's what matters." The album's release was strategic and bold. First came the lead single, pure pop, undeniable, impossible to ignore. Radio stations that had never played her before suddenly added her to rotation. Then came the announcement: Taylor was officially moving to pop. The reaction was explosive. Some country fans felt betrayed, and some critics questioned the decision. But something else happened too. Millions of new fans discovered her music. The album sold beyond anyone's predictions, and stadiums for her upcoming tour sold out in mere minutes, proving the risk was paying off in a monumental way. Taylor's vision for the 1989 tour was spectacular, clean, modern, massive. Giant LED screens, choreographed dancers, and guest performers were all part of the grand production. The first stadium show was in Louisiana. Taylor stood backstage, looking at the schedule filled with pyrotechnics and moving platforms. It was huge and terrifyingly perfect. When she walked onto that stage and saw 60,000 people wearing LED bracelets that created a sea of light, she knew she'd made the right choice. The show was an explosion of joy, and Taylor danced with a new confidence, powerful and free, owning the stage completely. The tour traveled the world, and critics who'd questioned the move had to admit she'd pulled it off. The 1989 era was era-defining. But for Taylor, the best part wasn't the sales or the awards. It was the feeling of artistic authenticity. One night, sitting in her dressing room after a show, still wearing her dazzling performance outfit, Taylor looked at herself in the mirror. She thought about the girl who'd started with a guitar. "The best thing about music," she wrote in her journal, "is that it lets you reinvent yourself while staying true to who you are. The 1989 era isn't about abandoning my past, it's about honoring my present."